Hey guys, it's me, Little Sunshine, coming with you for another month of tarot readings. This month we're going to do a little bit different, as in we are going to look into your year. So, as I think most of us can find when we look back at our years as you go throughout life, you kind of realize that they kind of take a theme, or you have like that underlying handful of events that kind of happen, where you can kind of look back at your year and be like, that's the year this happened, or that's the year I got this job, that's the year I moved. Kind of like a bigger picture of a theme. So I thought we would kind of glance into our 2018. I'm welcoming in all of our spirit guides and our higher selves, if you're watching this video, to be present with us and kind of pluck a theme from our future, so we kind of know where we're going. As we look back at this year too, we can kind of see like what lessons we learned, what was this the year of for us. So if you've been joining me month after month, you probably have already noticed your theme of the year. It was in numerology kind of a one, so a lot of new beginnings probably for people, or just that focus on yourself. So as we move into 2018, we will be, kind of branching off from there. So everything that we learned in this 2017, which has been a pretty crazy year, I think, for a lot of people. And yeah, let's just jump right in. So we will start off with our Virgo friends. Virgo, we're doing Earth signs right now. So earthy Virgo signs, as all the Tauruses, kind of jump ahead to their sign. I will put in the description everybody else's time when they can kind of scroll ahead. But Virgo, you're who we're focusing on right now for our year theme, okay? So we're pulling from Doreen Virtue, the Angel Therapy cards. I really love this deck, and they were being called to get us a message. So Virgos, here we go. Your 2018 theme. That was it. I could feel it. Oh wow. It's funny. I did a video yesterday or the day before, and another sign got this card also. I'll have to look up and put in your description who was that other twin flame sign. Maybe you guys are gonna find each other. So twin flames, as we know, the answer to your question involves a spiritual-based romantic relationship. I like that description. However, I always look at twin flames on more than just a romantical level. And it's funny because it's the year of a two-ness. So a two, two kind of, I just think of two as being a bigger part of finding that second half, that spiritual connectedness that we find with that soul, the soulmate kind of connection that we find with somebody that just gets us and they know us and you can feel more comfortable than ever with. And in the other video, I kind of talked at kind of this person entering your life on three different kind of phases. So either firstly, maybe this person is already in your life and you're listening to the video, and Virgos, you're like, wow, yes, I'm with my soulmate, I'm with my twin flame. So this card could represent, either you strengthening your relationship this year. Like, this is the year for twos, so this is a great card to get. And you'll probably realize later in the year, you'll be like, wow, it really did have this theme of really building that relationship. And maybe you guys go through some challenges and you come out stronger than ever with your soulmate, your twin flame. And maybe it was too big of challenges. Maybe they were hurdles that you couldn't overcome, but those are lessons to learn. So that's always big here with your twin flames, because they challenge us. And it's never a, my kitty wants to go out. It's never a disappointment that we have to part ways from our twin flames, because they are the ones that challenge us most in relationships. So either you're going to find you know, it's the year of strengthening those bonds, or the year that you can look back and maybe go, you know what, I learned a lot of lessons with my twin flame, a twin flame. However you look at it, I picture a lot of twin flames in our lives. So again, I want to cover again, if you don't feel that soul is in your life, we're going to move on to that section. This is the year that they're going to come into your life. So, and one way or another, you can find it in a niece or a nephew, a pet. It doesn't have to be that romantic flame that it depicts here in the image. I do like this picture a lot. Not to say that it's not going to be a romantic, fantastic relationship for you, filled with much passion and probably a lot of tests. But yeah, just look out for them, and it's going to be a year of, you know, I feel like strengthening those really solid relationships that you already have, that you would consider like a twin flame or part of your soul family. And then lastly, if you're twin flame, you have this connection to like the other side. That's kind of the last point that I pointed out in the other video too, is that, you know, they don't physically manifest themselves, because life can be so hard sometimes that you need your soulmate on the other side kind of guiding you. So let it be the year to listen to that intuition, your soulmate, your higher self, like connect to that side and really listen to it too. So they don't have to just feel like they're one-sided and you don't even like, you know, listen to them, and because they're giving us signs. So with that, guys, we're going to move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, 655, I'm going to remember it. Capricorns, if you're jumping over from our beginning intro, if you skip the intro altogether, this is for our Capricorn friends. We're getting a theme card for your year ahead, okay? And that's it. Ooh, this is interesting. Now, I haven't gotten this card pulled all year round, which I was kind of like looking through my deck and being like, what is, you know, I want to investigate more of this card and this card and this card. And I love this card, that it would even be in here. So diet, I feel like, is going to be a very important role in your coming up 2018 Capricorns. Not just like, oh, it's the new year and I gotta go on the diet and the diet fails and blah blah blah, and we repeat that same cycle, because I feel like when it's that fad to kind of go on a diet for the new year, it goes and you go back to your old patterns and that plays out. But it really is, I'm feeling like, going to be the year for you to make those behavioral changes that, you know, are going to be the healthiest for your lifestyle. So whatever that means in your next level, whether it's, if you're still like a fast food eating, processed food junkie, like maybe it's time for you to like step back and you're going to go, no, that's not going to be part of my diet anymore. That's not going to be part of my diet. And you start actually flipping over the label. If you're like there and you're very conscious of your eating habits, it's going to be more about what's that next level, what can I do to beneficiate myself even more. If it's taking nutrients, vitamins, working out can be a part of it, yoga, spiritually strengthening yourself in your diet. So what are the nutrients that you're best looking for? If you are, as this card depicts, a vegetarian or a vegan, because I've gone through both stages in my life, and I don't like, my book title is going to be Living Labelless, and I don't like clinging to one label, as I don't think any of us should, because it kind of ties us and then limits us. Our kitty is back. But you kind of set yourself up a barrier to ever kind of transcend. You give yourself, I'm this vegetarian label, and it already gets like that negative kind of like, ooh, that's weird kind of thing. But like when you are living, like I feel like vegetarianism has been switched more to plant-based diet, because it doesn't have that like, ooh, vegetarian or vegan kind of sound to it. But it really is, the more and more we learn, the more and more we understand that we shouldn't be eating our little animal friends, and when you think about eating like a cat or a dog or like an animal that you would actually care about, it's like, oh my God, I would never do that. And then you think about, you know, oh, like a chicken, it's just a small brained little organism. Uh, you can't differentiate. So if you're at that level, for me, again, like I go back and forth. The biggest part of my diet is like I just heard Greg Braden put it very awesomely, is that like you do the best for you right now, like where you're at. So like he was saying, like when he's traveling and stuff, you could starve to death in most hotels if you're just doing that vegan diet, you know. So it's, you know, you still got to be true to yourself and take care of yourself. So I want to read on here too what it says. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables, I like that it puts organic, give you a boost of high life force energy. I really like the way that it describes that, which elevates your spiritual frequency. So yeah, it all kind of is going to tie into each other, guys. Like, it's funny when you think of mind, body, and soul, like they really have to interlink. Even when you do yoga, it's not just like I want to build upper body strength, but it's like a full body workout that should be kind of what you're focusing on. So like when we think of the cohesion between all three of those things, body, mind, and soul, it's like, how are we gonna let them all flow together? Because one kind of relates to the other. Is like if you're, you know, you really want to strengthen your spiritual growth and you're meditating and you're doing whatever is in your practice, which can also always adapt and change as your diet. But like, are we doing that and then like gorging ourselves after? And I relate this topic to even myself because like I used to do that where it's still just like, especially when I was trying to do vegetarianism, it's like I would get so hungry and I would eat the most junk food and take a nap, you know? Like I wasn't being true to my diet self too. So let your body go with your spirit and your, you know, what your higher self really wants for you. So that's kind of going to be your big theme for the year, Capricorn, is really taking care of yourself on like a healthier, if you want to think nutrition, but if you really want to get deep with it, it's going to be about taking care of your whole body, mind, soul, and kind of how you look at the world through those eyes. So I hope that means something to you and you can take away, and then let me know a year from now if that was anything to do with your theme. And but yeah, it's definitely going to relate to, you know, if you like diet as a whole. Okay, so guys, we're going to finish up with Taurus, 13 on the dot, 6:55 and 13, cool. Not that I can't scroll through the video and see the times again, but Taurus, we're joining in at 13 minutes. We're doing a theme for the year, if you skipped over the intro. We're finding kind of what that bigger picture, bigger thought, kind of what we're going into our January with, and kind of will have an underlying theme for the year. So Taurus is my fellow Taurus. I stuck you at the end just because I like you so much. All right, what do we got? I'm excited because I haven't even done my own card pulling recently, and this is nice. Another sign got root chakra, which I thought was great. To kind of focus on as like a year-round thing. Sorry, I'm kind of runny because I was outside shoveling this wonderful, beautiful diamond-encrusted snow. But we're moving into our sacral chakra. So how this looks like to us, maybe this has been a problem for us in the past. Definitely a chakra that we've needed to take care of more than others, maybe. But you know, if you're not familiar with your base chakras, it's going to be our second one, which we're moving into the year of, in numerology, number 2. So, sorry, I'm breathing in my incense, and it's a little powerful. It's called spiritual essence or something. Just enough to choke you. So our sacral chakra is, you know, right below your belly button sort of area. Mine's down there in my nice cookie-filled belly button area. So, you know, it's described as an orange glow, a luminescence, creativity always comes to mind when I think of the spiritual one. Relationships, that give and take of relationships. Are we dominating? Are we more of the, not victim, but like, are we being dominated over? Sexual pleasures can be linked into there too. So there's a lot of stuff that maybe you even want to just Google about your sacral chakra after, or refer to a book, however you find your information. I want to read on here though. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. And this goes true for everybody. And it's funny because Capricorn got vegan and vegetarianism card. So I was just talking about, you know, the benefits of the organic foods, getting away from processed foods. This is going to be a big theme. Kitty wants to go out. Go ahead, Kitty. My June moon. This is going to be a big theme for us, though. I think for everybody, kind of, is about getting away from, you know, oh, is GMOs this, or these this, are my harming my body, am I putting poisons in there? It's about asking, though, like, getting back to what is organic and best for you. Because we do, if you're watching this video, I know you're already, like, spiritually minded and, like, looking for more. So the next step is going to be, like, what's the next best thing that I can do for myself? And it really does tie into your physical, like what you're giving your body as nutrients, but it also, what it's going to do is tie into your body, mind, and soul. I just heard somebody come home, and I don't want them to disturb us, so we'll just finish up here. You are my last one anyway. But so it says, respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So kind of all tying into that sacral chakra is that you're not going to want to put yourself into those relationships that you are a victim or a victimizer. You're going to find that balance in your relationships instead. We want to go in the middle road here, because it's never about being one way or the other, like one extreme to the other side of the spectrum and do that extreme. I've played both sides. That's why I said this one was kind of important to me too. So it is it's a good look back, a good strengthening, a good awareness to be aware of the sacral chakra again. I really like that it is pointing out just the harsh items in our life too. So any harshness, that brashness that, you know, leaves our fur ruffled, our feathers, you know, we want to get away from those harsh environments. So whatever, looking back in your environment that has been kind of unpleasant for you, and I'm already thinking of mine right now, you're getting away from it more and more. So whether it's through toxic foods, toxic relationships, toxic work environment, we're going to keep moving away from that. So that's what we're going to see in kind of our 2018 as a theme there, is moving away from any toxicities that we have left, and just being able to look into our 2017 and go like, that's not working anymore, and this is what I want my life to be like. So envision what you want, move towards it, and we're going to have a good, wonderful 2018 without the toxic bubbles. So we've kind of letting them rise, and you can identify them now and go, thank you for your lessons. I will never see you again. We're not playing out some bigger pattern, which, you know, we are. But hopefully this is the last time you let those toxic people or situations into your life that can affect you in your mind, body, and spirit. So I'll leave you with that.